Grandpa.
The hands are on. Pick it up. Hey, Grandpa! There's a man coming!
It's all right, lad. He's family.
Hello.
Who is it?
He's the Uncle Gideon, lad. Come home. And not afore time.
Can you find no more wood out back?
Don't watch dry.
Feet don't burn so well. Better food in poorhouse.
I can't remember.
You're lucky.
Let's have some. Please.
Go on then.
Give it here, pal. Is your foot not mended?
It'll do. So, they got my letter.
I did. Who wrote for you this time?
I wrote it. I wrote it myself.
Never.
These'll bear witness. Our poor Betsy's lads. Joseph, did not see me put pen to paper?
Aye, Grandpa. He wrote 3 lines. Then I ran to Rycliffe and sent it by the penny post.
So, they make themselves useful?
Aye, they've had to.
I'm sick.
We've got to keep ahead of Grandpa.
Boys don't ever do none.
That's how it is. Women folk spin, men folk does weaving.
Why?
What's it matter as long as there's cloth to sell?
I can smell bacon.
Just a bit. Last at pig. You haven't tasted right good lately. I can't have salted him down proper.
He were a nice pig, were Alfred. Why does Grandpa call him young Gideon? He's older than us. 'Cause he's our Ma's youngest brother, that's why. Will he stay and help Grandpa? Maybe. We've got to show him we'll not be a burden. Right? Not to spill milk, nor leave his tools in long grass, nor get poorly. But Grandpa'd never turn us out to starve. Would he?
2 lasses and all.
I couldn't leave them in workhouse, could I? Are you ready for a breather?
Yeah, I'm fine. Aye. Why not? 2 years since I climbed this track.
2 years and 3 months.
I know what to bring you, Pa.
They could have fetched the sen.
What work could I do? There's no wages worth having except in the towns. And they're not fit for living, to my mind.
You've been tramping all the while, then?
Aye. All over Lancashire.
What dost thou know about cotton, eh?
I never touched cotton. I got some brass, though. Good Friday, the workers was off.
Huh?
Guess who climbed inside boiler to scrape it out?
They'd have taken our Betsy's children for manufactory, the knows.
Aye. You did right to bring them away.
Only family cares, seemingly. Let's get in.
Well, they always as quiet as this.
Aye, when they're supping. Food's all that stops their mouths, as a rule.
Well, there's not much of that left. Why don't we have a bit of candle? See what they've got to say for themselves.
Aye, use it, lass. We can buy more now the uncle's come. I will soon have more daylight to work by. They're being good for thy sake.
I'm not a stranger, am I? Might as well be in chapel. Is there any more bread? Don's found its way into your pocket, has it, Roger, eh? Now, when I was your age, I used to hide a piece of bread in my pocket. Save it for later. Well, I'm not wasting this good gravy.
Gideon, for shame!
Can we all do that, Grandpa?
Now lick up the rest. Cleanest plate wins.
Anna, what do they look like, eh?
Not like there was in chapel, that's for sure.
He'll make a man unruly before he's done.
No coal to wash dishes.
No water to wash dishes. Sal forgot to fetch it.
Sit down. No one leaves this table afore grace is said, or else they forgot.
Aye. I minded better now how it were, Pa. Smiling faces round this table, and a big lass like Anna here to keep us in order.
Was that our mother? She went to heaven when our Sal were born. Guess who had to look after Sal?
Any beer, Pa?
Not a drop.
Not to have your pipe after supper?
No baccy, not lately. I couldn't say much in 3 lines, but...
You wrote a clear hand, Pa. We'll have water then. Me and Joseph will fetch it, lad. When your grandpa's given thanks.
Oh, Lord, we give thee humble thanks for thy special bounty.
Have you earned any money while she was away?
Not enough, lad.
It's time I was earning. I'm 10. I'll be back at workhouse and Grandpa with us.
Does he say that?
He says the Lord will provide.
We'll fix you up between us. Joseph, did anyone from courts or workhouse explain to you what become of your father?
Only that he'd done wrong and had to pay for it.
Sins of the father get visited on the children, that's what he said.
Who did?
The workhouse guardian. Would you go take that lamp up to Grandpa? He'll strain his eyesight. And go to bed. You too, Sal.
I'm on here.
Not for long.
Come on, Sal, I'll light the stairs for you.
Is he safe for the lamp?
Oh, you promised.
Oh, let him. I'll hold my breath and pray.
So, what was the sin of your father, eh?
Disobedience?
Who came to harm? Nobody.
A convict. They sent him all the way to Australia. He must have done wrong, else why are we all punished?
What if I tell you did right, Hannah?
He left us to starve. Before he was transported, we had his wages coming in.
We had beef regular.
And he pulled plugs on factory engine boiler. Nobody could work.
To make the Parliament and employers take notice. Poor people have to work all hours for low wages. Rich people do no work and take all the profit.
He went out writing too.
He never. We was there. Nobody got hit or nothing.
But there was this meeting about a charter in the market square. He wouldn't go home when he was told.
Stood there with his arms folded, refusing to budge.
So he was arrested. That's what he was, a chartist.
He did right. We need a charter. To give all men a fair say, to give working people their rights.
Are you a chartist, Uncle Gideon?
Aye. But I'm not an hero like your father.
Grandpa said he were a troublemaker.
Leave your grandpa to me. And you too. Get some rest.
Go on now, Betsy. And I throw a George Coconut over.
You ain't the great John Wesley a troublemaker. You've no quarrel with him, you're a Methodist, aren't you?
That's different. Religion is above politics.
I dare say the ruling class called our Lord a troublemaker for helping the poor. What do you say to that?
Wind me a bob in a weft, young Gideon. It'll sell useful.
Seemingly, there has to be trouble if you want change for the better. They won't listen to reason. Who are they, anyway? The mighty them. They what won't let grain prices be cheap, so poor can't afford their daily bread.
I don't know we're law-breaking.
They, whoever they are, make the law, Pa. How dare they, without our say-so?
I'm my age. You've left me no room, you.
It's the will of God, I tell thee.
How can it be?
Want to listen?
Time were. This loom, my skill and a parcel of land kept a family. They wanted for naught when they was to growing, lad.
You're up against machines now, Pa.
Now our Betsy's with the angels, begging me to look after her little mites. I can't let her down.
Listen! Listen. The young uns can work. They're bright and willing.
What at? What can they work at?
Rycliffe Mill, like I did when they were short-handed.
Rycliffe, it's been shut down all winter. River froze solid.
Yeah, well, spring's come now, Pa. It's worth a try.
They're going to send us for jobs?
Yay!
We'll have to be here by 6 o'clock if they take us on.
Will you be coming with us, Uncle Gideon?
Well, if they want me, they're more likely want you to.
Why?
You're cheaper.
What will they pay us?
Shilling, maybe 2 a week to start.
Each.
Morning.
We've got no wages at workhouse.
Well, don't start building your hopes too high. There's not much doing by the looks on it. What's to do, Ned?
If it did Arab.
The first sup of ale to pass my lips were out of your tankard. How are you?
Well, better since weather booked its ideas up. Here we were laid off.
Aye. You can't rely on water power. Not in a hard frost.
Weird it was. Eerie. The whole valley, quiet and still. This here ice door that thick I could skate on it. Went flat on my back and all. You may well smile. Whose are these?
Hannah Coggan and Joseph Coggan. My sister Betsy's. I wondered if they was out for us.
Here. Nay, lad, I'm sorry. With half the workforce waiting to be taken back on. We lost orders that were scooped up by big factories with steam engines. The towns are making paupers of us all.
Aye.
Can they not ask a bit more for it?
Here now, my price, Dan. And what my machine cloth things are cheap and plentiful, I'll be looking together.
I'll do the best then, eh?
Believe me, if customers were fighting over hand-woven pieces, you'd get the most. There's never a flaw.
Aye. You're right, Zeke. Come on, let's go. That's the old good news for us this week, then, eh?
Huh? Oh, aye. Our Annie's old cock-a-hoop. She's to be second laundry maid at Westmore Hall.
Hey, are the owners coming?
Next month. Housekeeper's getting in supplies. A grand spring cleaning prospect.
Let's hope they stay this time.
All summer, please God. Let the gentry spend their money where it's needed.
Aye.
In these parts, eh?
See you in chapel then, Walter. Hey, hang on a minute.
I'll keep my ears open, as would any working man who could do a good turn for George Coggan's family.
You heard what George did?
He would drink a toast to him when he was transported back in the charter. Took all my courage to sign a petition to Parliament.
Well, I signed that. Could hardly punish nigh on 2 million of us.
Much good it did.
Come on, we're a long walk ahead.
Aye, if you're seeking work, you'll need a strong pair of legs. Canal's busy if you can keep on that far.
Thanks, Ned.
Bye. Goodbye. I'd like to work in there.
You heard what he said? Old mills can't compete with big factories.
Please, Grandpa. Lots and lots of boys go to work at 8-year-old.
Well, it's not steady enough.
I've been to school lots of times.
Aye, a week or two last Michaelmas.
Here, Sal. Try here. And I can make letters. Look, I learned half a Roger. And I can read the Testament. I can read that any day.
The Holy Scripture held upside down. What about verses learnt by heart, eh?
Me, I'd love to go to school. It's warm.
Couldn't you do a good man along?
Not today, thanks. My dad's managed to stay sober.
Ah. And some fresh paint.
Had naught else to do in Canal Froze.
Very, decorative.
Takes a steady hand, that's all.
No chance, then?
Of a job.
Well,
What's your name?
Gideon Harrop from up above Rycliffe.
I'm Abigail Reed from Nowhere Special. Born and bred on the canals.
Must be a good living.
It used to be.
Canals won't freeze again for months. You've all spring and summer and autumn yet.
Yeah, and then what? With the railway coming through this valley.
What?
You didn't know. They've dug to the side of Mankin Ridge.
Once they've tunnelled through and laid the lines, it'll take our trade. A railway always does.
Well, thanks, love. Best news in ages, that.
Maybe for some.
I could be handy with a pick and shovel.
Watch your step, Uncle Gideon, you're falling. Hey, Gideon Harrop, I'll be looking out for you.
Our Walter's lass will put in a word for her.
Yeah, Anna, wait till you're inside Westmore Hall.
I'm at sleep then.
Aye, well, job lasts. That'll be rough work, mine, spring cleaning.
Should we sleep in the tunnel, Uncle Gideon?
It's not made yet, lad. We'll have to dig it for them first. I don't know where we'll sleep.
There's just got here, and now there's off again. Time were a family stayed together and shared work.
The man's got to sell his strength, Pa.
Aye, while he's got any left.
Uncle Gideon and me, we'll earn good money. I want to come, and you won't let me.
Sit down, we've not said grace.
I can work.
Roger! Roger! Sit down!
Come back here.
Come here! My lamp. Please, God, not my lamp. Broken, is it?
Aye. Come here.
Sorry, Bun.
Sorry? Come outside, I'll make you sorry.
O Lord, we bless thee for sending all that is needful. Tribulation to try our patience.
Next to his loom, that lamp was your grandpa's most valuable possession. And that's where it should be, next to his loom. So as he can see to work into the night.
I didn't mean to break it.
Day and night he has to work to live. Are you with me? Now, what are you planning on doing to make up?
I don't know, Uncle Gideon.
Ah, well, I'll tell you. He'll take over all of his other jobs so he can see to work by daylight. He'll see to it his walls mended so sheep don't stray. He'll tend to his vegetable patch. And if he can earn a few coppers, he'll put them toward a new lamp. And
And what?
he'll do as you bid. Go to school. Make him proud of you.
There lies the way. It's not above 4 mile. And he'll meet you at the Turnpike Road. Mind how they goes.
Goodbye. Goodbye, Gideon. Joe.
I wish we had only 4 miles to walk. Best foot forward, Joe. It's 20 miles to Mankinridge.
Goodbye, Grandpa.
Fare thee well, young man.
Come on. What do you reckon to that, then?
Polly, what do people want so much house for? Hurry up, Hannah. The carriage is back. I never guessed it would be a bigger job, Uncle Gideon.
You a stonemason?
I could learn.
Aye, but who's got time to teach you? Wait on. Keep it from taut! Next time that does that, lad, that's off this section!
You must be the ganger in charge of the section.
Shall we join his gang?
If he'll have us.
You all right, mister? Labourer?
Aye.
Any pickmen and shovellers? 19 shilling a week for you. The boy may be no use. 3 bob for him. More later when they're toughened up. None too steady today, Punch. Are you drunk?
That's 22 shillings a week. More than £1. I never saw that much money. Not all at once.
That can bid for one-toed Jack's tools. He got his son killed this morning.
Who was in the carriage?
Mrs. Arkwright, cook housekeeper. She's never been wed, but we calls her Mrs. to show respect.
Does any other servant get to have rides?
No. She's more like family. Been with him for years.
I'd love to ride in the carriage.
You take this to yard and give it a fair old beating, eh?
Do we just keep at it all day till bedtime?
No other way to get a railway built.
Where shall we eat? Where do we sleep?
Same as last night. We'll find a spot of shelter somewhere.
Watch out!
No!
What-handed?
Sure, and can't we make room in our shanty for a pair of you?
I'll be grateful.
4p a night.
Hey, boy! I'll put you on wagons and horses.
That road gets worse every year. And there was a splintering noise as we left the turnpike. You must have heard it.
Aye, I did.
And the fish kettle, smacking at me ankles at every jolt in the road.
And a fine pair of ankles they be and all, Mrs. Arkwright.
Who are you?
I'm a coggan man for the rough work.
Take this to the kitchen. Run along. They're all the same. Cheap but puny.
What do they call you?
Harrop. Gideon Harrop.
Giddy Harry. And push aside. You'll have your pay in a month.
Hey, hold on. No pay for a month. How do we eat till then?
Like everyone else. You're new to this, aren't you?
I don't do another stroke till this is cleared up.
Contractors know a man needs food. There's the Tommy shop provided, isn't there?
Tommy's shop.
Ask for as many tickets as you want. They'll take your tickets in shops for bread, potatoes, beef, butter, beer. Hope you fancy on site.
Oh, yeah, and then what?
At month end, what they've spent is taken off your wages. Fair enough?
No choice, have I?
Come on, lad, stop slacking, get it tipped.
Hey, mister. What names did you write in your book?
Giddy Harry, that'll do for you. And the young un's famous already as the lad to push aside Connemara Punch when the rock fell. That's Connemara Punch.
Milady wants to have this as her room now.
Yes, Mrs. Arkwright.
And then you're to turn out the old nursery, top to bottom. It's not had a good spring clean these past 5 years.
There's a baby on the way. It must be.
And I never said a word.
How many children have they?
Only the one. And little Missy's a big girl now. She's your age. She'd not have a play at nursery. They've given up hope. My lady'd miscarry ever so often. But this time...
Oh, the mouth to feed, you reckon?
As if that mattered to rich folk. No. What they want's a boy to inherit their fine property.
Here's your lodgings now. On a finer property you never saw. Didn't I build it with my own hands? Did you build my dinner yet? That's not mine, you old hag. My stick has 3 notches. She'll boil your victuals for you long of hours. Why don't you come in? A fine boy, so he'll be if he lives. It's him and the saints I thank that me skull wasn't cracked open.
What happened to the man who died?
One-Toe Jack.
He was no judge of the soil, and he would not be told. Burrowed under more than 6 feet he did, till the hill caved in.
You'll be wanting to give a bob for his widow.
Why?
It's a grand life till you're dead, so it is.
How many men killed?
No more than 1 a week, maybe.
Just on this section of the line?
2 a week tunneling.
Keep at it, lad.
Well, you lodge here. My old hag will do your washing and mending for you.
Thanks, ma'am.
She'd sooner have a quart of beer than gratitude. Didn't I buy her for £0.5? But she's past her best. I'll sell it to you for 6p.
Come on, Joe. Let's get us tickets for Tommy's shop.
Is that fish?
Family often has fish in the London house.
In the Bible they have fish.
Have you never tasted any?
Not big fish from sea.
That's living so far inland. You will now there's a railway to fetch it while it's good and fresh.
Uncle Gideon and Aunt Joseph, they've gone to build a railway.
As many will be glad.
Oh. My stomach's felt queasy ever since Connemara Punch gave me that bit of beef. Something wrong.
We always get stale bread and mouldy cheese.
And sour butter. And watered ale if I'm any judge. It's not that so much, lad, it's the prices. We parted with a 5-shilling meal ticket against our wages for these rotten victuals.
Tommy's shop must be all right. Everyone uses it.
No choice, have we? There's nowhere else to buy food for miles around. I reckon it'll taste well enough when it's cooked.
In 1842, I moved from Hartlepool to Crewe, and there I found a job to do, working on the railway. I was wearing corduroy breeches, digging ditches, pulling switches, dodging riches. I was working on the railway. I was wearing corduroy breeches, digging. I broke my shovel across my knee. Yeah. And went to work for the company of the Leeds and Selby Railway. I was wearing corduroy breeches, digging ditches, pulling switches, dodging riches. I was working on the rail.
Oh, you blisters, young Joseph.
Which ones?
They'll soon harden.
Anyone in the shanty? Wigs on the knee! Come on! What? You! What? Put him up! Put him up! What? Anybody else? Anybody else?
What's going on out there?
Until Jack's funeral. And Connemara Punch just got wed by jumping over a broom. He's fighting mad now.
Why?
Someone just called him Connie. Are you warm enough?
I am now.
Hannah Coggan!
I'll put her back in the morning.
All right. Nay, I wouldn't mind being nursery maid to the new baby.
They'll not let you. Little Missy and her mother will want to take care of him themselves.
They won't. Rich folk don't care for their own babies. Not day and night. It's too tiring.
Remember when our sow were cutting her teeth?
Ah, what's up? Are you homesick?
A bit. But I did like that fish.
Bow down.
Bow down, not bow down, that's bows and arrows.
Bow down, thin. Mine ear, oh Lord. I'm not to hitch him up now, Mr. Wilkins.
I'm ready for him now, lad.
For I am poor and needy. I had 1% tuppence for South schooling last week.
What about you? What about your lessons?
He says I needn't come while stack and earn. There's not much money.
Oh, well, young Joe and Anna have paid this past month. You'll have plenty of money when your Uncle Gideon gets home.
I'm needed on canal, you see. Mr. Reed, he gets drunk regular.
Well, he's got his daughter to help him.
Abigail can't manage alone, mister. Not through the locks.
Well, you're no use. Your legs are too short.
They'll grow.
Canal trade won't know, will it? Not when this railway gets finished. Too slow. Canal barges will be left miles behind by steam trains, and you'll get left miles behind too if you don't learn to read and write. Now, fetch me that shoe.
This is it! Stand clear! Get the ganger over here! Listen! The finished over! The Spaniard Joseph has gone off early! They're still like a rock in it! Come on, man! He's here! Come on, get it out! Faster! Billy, stay still! No, don't cry now! Don't cry now!
We busted right through.
You've done well, Hannah. Shall I send for you again when we need extra help?
Yes, please.
Oh, there'll be the christening party for the new baby.
Oh, I wish I got to see him.
Well, they're a bit particular about the lower orders carrying diseases.
Aye.
You might see little Missy in the park. She's rather like you, though she's got a sulky face on her today. Hey, Thomas, which way are you going?
Towards Mankinbridge, to fetch Master.
Well, can the lass ride alongside you part way?
Come on, then. Hannah, isn't it?
I'm to ride.
Hurry up. I haven't got all day.
Shall Hannah take this for her sister, Mrs. Arkwright?
Why not?
Look at you, setting off like a fine lady.
Bye, Polly.
Bye, Hannah.
Bye, Mum. I'll not forget your kindness.
Hey. Be off with you.
There's little Missy ahead, look. Not best pleased.
The new baby brother. I'll be more than pleased.
Oh, and you might be. She's lost her title with this fine property since he was born. All she can look forward to now is catching a rich husband, if she's lucky.
Poor thing. It seemed fair.
You call that unfair, do you? Wouldn't you ever wish to be her? No work to do, and all found. Walk on.
There's a lot not fair, but... No, I'd not like to be her.
Can't you read truck ticket? Can't you do a few simple sums? Look, we get goods from Tommy shop in advance of wages owed to us. But what's good about these goods? They're not worth half what's owed.
I leave well alone. It's a way of things.
Listen, who owns Tommy shop?
I don't know.
The man has brought wages this morning. Taking shop takings are pouring left.
Watch out, Firkin's coming.
Why is he?
What's going on?
A lot of hard-working men are being taken advantage of. That's what's going on.
Take it easy, lad. Got you paid, didn't you?
Aye. What we're left of it. After bosses had taken the fat profits off our bad food.
If there's any complaints, they knows what they can do. Get off this section.
Aye. I intend to. I've worked here a month till my back were near breaking. And only £1 to show for it. If I drunk as much as someone being dead to bosses!
I should have drunk more. You're not meant to notice.
So that's how they always get built. You bring gangs of men together promising high wages they never really get to see.
Expensive things, tunnels. Make you fortune. Make you bankrupt. Make you dead. You won't care in the future. Right, lass. Give these lads some more ale. Gang is paying. In 1944, I landed on the Liverpool shore. I landed on the Liverpool shore to work upon the railway. The railway. I'm weary of the railway. Poor Paddy works on the railway. I was wearing corduroy breeches, digging ditches, pulling switches, dodging ditches. I was working on the railway. In 1845, when Daniel O'Connell he was alive. When Daniel O'Connell he was alive and working on the railway. I was
Look, Uncle Gideon's here. Come on.
And Josie! Josie! I must have made the fortune quick.
Oh, potatoes are doing well. I copied out the whole sound. I went on and told Grandpa you're here.
Aye, you do that.
We built the tunnel, Anna. And when it were done, the men down tools and rushed through the tunnel. Went on a drunken randy. Fist fighting all over. So we left.
We no wages.
It's fixed which can't keep much. Anna, what is it? Uncle Gideon says we got £1 between us and starvation. There's nothing for it. Left to find work in town.
Oh, I can't quite reach.
Well, just don't go falling in again, that's all.
It smells like bad eggs.
That'll be the canal, all the gas works.
It smells disgusting. I don't.
Behave, you two.
You do.
You'll get used to bad smells living in town.
Don't.
Oi! Oh, aye. Who said it'd save our legs coming this way, eh?
Makes a change from walking, eh?
I'm at to see the Abigail. Shut up in some factory 74 hours a week.
With hundreds of female factory hands. I don't know how they'll bear it.
Pretty are they, Bradley girls?
Pale and scrawny from what I've seen, but there's no accounting for taste.
Aye. Well, that we'll have a few minutes together.
If they don't forget me.
I'll not forget thee.
So this is Bradley. Hints that. Can't see no soap. Must be there. I'm cooked. Just think about all these people in their buildings. They must be cooked and all. Is Bradley big enough warehouse?
Much, much bigger.
Why, lots of tall workhouses crowded together. Don't town us go apply, Anna.
Must be a lot of money about to make buildings got this high.
Higher than the hills around my country. Nah, God made them, didn't he?
Not sure I'm going to like being World then.
Where shall I meet the Abigail?
There's nowhere romantic in Bradley, no. I look for you here whenever we pass through. I must go on with Dad about me.
I need to shave, lad.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Hey, come on. I'm not carrying this lot in this scent.
What should we do first? Fix ourselves up with jobs?
I'll look for lodgings.
Use your common sense. Jobs come first, then lodgings nearby, God willing. We'll be tired enough we are to long walk twice a day.
The Dan's wanted here, Uncle Gideon.
Aye. Well, thinking it might be worth a try.
I've not missed the dinner break.
We just got here.
Fresh from country.
Over Westmore way.
Hit by bad times. Same as us. Wife and me moved here a year since. Some days they eat at the looms. I daresn't go in making bother. Hold him if you like.
Is he hungry?
I won't take bread and water.
When I was rearing our sow, I used to sweeten it with treacle.
She growed up well on it. He wants him work.
Need you ask? Is this place all right?
Could do worse for wages. You have to keep at it non-stop like every other factory in Bradley. I'd go back if I could.
An accident?
Got caught by a machine, didn't I?
Did they look after you? Like the employers?
With money, like? Nah, it was my own fault. I was asleep standing up.
Who were there? Their fault, surely. I mean, they should fence some machines in. I expect workers to risk life and limb.
Hey, they'll not let you near place if you favour trade union talk. Best keep quiet. I did. Otherwise, the wife would have been sacked and we'd have naught to live on. Oh, thank God for that. Come on. You're late out today, lass. Why?
Yeah, I guessed.
Listen, if you get taken on here, what do you do about lodgings? They're not easy to come by.
We'll find room somewhere.
Ah, well, I was thinking, Plus and me, we've more space than we can afford rent on. We've been meaning to put a partition up and let half. What you saying?
What do you say, man?
I warn you, he cries every day at night, but you're welcome.
This lot can be none too quiet. If we can't get fixed up with a place of his own, I'd be most grateful. Where do I seek charge, Anne?
In there. Hey, mind what you say. He's a bully.
Come on. Come on, Sal.
It's your first day? No, I come yesterday. Like it? Not much.
Out! No talking! Think I can't see your lips moving?
Sorry, Mr. Brandon.
You? No time for idle chatter. What do you say? What do you say?
So, Mr. Brandon.
Right. Back to work. Back to work.
Are you all right?
Ooh, Rosie showing up better than mine yesterday.
What did you do, Joe?
Now, Grandad hit me in passing light.
Sal got strapped, didn't you, Sal?
What?
Talking.
Did he mark you?
It faded.
Before breakfast it were.
It was warm when we was taken on. No talking.
I forgot. I wasn't properly woke up. This boy spoke to us.
Ooh. Sally's got a sweetheart. Sally's got a sweetheart.
Is he handsome, Marcel?
Which boy is it, eh? Or is it a secret?
It will only be friendly.
Ooh, friendly.
Ooh.
Oh, leave her be. She's only 6.
Aye, she's only 6. And that Crandon's too free with his punishments.
Don't do to complain. They'll get it less when they're more used at work. Sim got through.
He's there. He's coming. Hey, look lively. You've had your half hour.
Sweltering in there.
Did you take much?
Look for an hour or two. You'll have to do him till after 8 o'clock. Bye, pet. Give him 6 of water if he's fractious.
But it's not fit, love. It's all scummy.
Well, a drop of gin then to soothe him till I get home.
Come on, Sal. Don't go, those pies will get cold.
I want mine cold. It's never so tired, Uncle Gideon.
Here. Take these, Roger. Don't drop them. Come on, Sal, look. You get. There you are.
I'll try next street for clean drinking water.
Ah, good luck. Flies are bleeding terrible in this heat. Well, thanks, Joe. What about with Lolone's pig rootling at it and little lads playing king at castle on it? No wonder muck gets all over.
Cock at midden.
Eh?
That's what game's called. You stand on the top and say cock at midden until you get pushed off by someone else. I wish they'd hurry up.
Who's in there? Gertie Goff? She always takes ages.
I keep needing to go. I've got really bad bellyache. Where do chickens sleep?
In the house with Lolone. Where else is there? You don't break country folk of all habits all at once, eh? Oh, take right, not in town. Shoo!
Baby needs changing. There's something horrid in here. It's gone all slimy.
Someone said him at last. Call it gentle, you'll not disturb it much.
Here, I'll tip it for you.
What if we scrape it out after? Then when it rains, water will collect nice and fresh.
If it rains.
Oh, it must rain sometime, even in town. Is that all?
Sorry, got to go. Anyone in?
I got some. Now we can have a nice pot of tea with his pies before we go to bed.
Washing's covered in smuts.
Them's from the factory. No wind today, see? We always get smuts when there's no wind. They go straight up and fall straight down again.
I want a Daddy pie. I want to go to sleep.
What you have to do is chew it.
Leave her, Roger. She needs a rest.
But it was the same last night. Can we go to bed now?
Of course you can.
Take heed, Gideon. It often happens with children youth at work. They get too tired to eat, and if you don't force them, next day they're even more tired till they're all wasted.
Man, she can eat that pie at morning. Right. Who's coming to give me a hand scrape out the water, but...
Oh, I've still got to mend Joe's shirt.
I'll give you a hand. I'm not making much progress writing with it.
Oh, you are. That's real good writing.
I don't know how you can joke about it, Sim.
If I didn't joke about it, I'll go hang myself.
You know, I'll not stand for that sort of talk, Sim Paulson.
Where can young'uns go to learn the letters regular, Sim? I've out to the grandpa, I'd see to it he was educated.
Well, there's the charity school all day Sunday. Hundreds go there, I hear it's grand.
Should we get a bit of schooling weekdays and all?
Try telling the Bradley bosses that, if you dare. They're worried enough about Sunday school giving working folk ideas above the station.
What's it cost?
Is it scholars? Not a penny. There's a collection taken, so you just put in what you can.
Oh. Well, with that, I thought it turned to sludge. How that do you reckon?
Aye.
Ah, there it goes. Right. Yeah. Go on. No. That we'd not get rats if they shifted muck and rubbish.
I know, but where will we shifted to?
Next street.
They've got their own. It's not been thought out proper. Hundreds of folk all coming to live together all of a sudden. And the muck they make.
More decent, eh? If you and me gets ready for bed while men are out at work.
Your nightgown's pretty.
Were once upon a time, when I first got wed. It's gone downhill since, like all his clothes.
Oh, it just needs mending.
You think we're slovenly, don't you? All women at mill going about in rags.
Oh, I never said.
I've seen it in your face. Believe me, love. I'd like to dress up smart. I'd like to do my own baking. Not keep eating shop pies. I'd like a shiny home to keep polishing at.
Not long since I kept polishing all day at a real big house.
Aye. But no lass can do full-time factory work and be a good housewife. No strength left. Nor even to be a good mother.
Happy?
No.
You look well pleased.
It's the relief. Spell of quiet after them rackety machines. The air cooler. Chance to see thee for a minute.
They can't see me with the eyes shut.
Oh, I can see a lot with my eyes shut.
What can they see then?
Our bosses have fixed us. We work all our waking hours or we go hungry. We want a 10-hour day. Least waste for women and children. You should see young uns, Abigail. Especially young Sal. It'd break your heart.
Can't you just to pluck up courage to say something? You're all kept at work long after you should be, the nose.
Me speak out?
Aye, thee.
By me sen.
All of you then together. Make a stand.
We can't press for improvements if we're too worn out. We can't have a trade union if there's no time to get together. Bosses. I think they've got us fixed. Mass of working people who live in misery and never complain. I'll tell you what, Abigail. They're frightened of us.
They've reason to be. You'll find the time. And you'll find the strength.
Not tonight.
Go and get your rest. Or you'll not sleep for fear of being late in morning.
Hurry, we're late.
I don't like this. There's no one about.
It must be very late.
That'll be a great lot of paid out.
You never heard 5:30 from the factory, did you?
The matador's done.
Sun's been up a good hour.
Aye, it's going to be hot again.
Wait, will the time you move, Lee? You haven't time.
Oh, let him. If he tripped, we'll be even later.
Who did eat my pie?
Nobody, honest.
Go on, no.
I wish you'd stop harping on about that pie.
Was it you, Joe? Should have ate it yourself last night. If you must know.
Hey, shut up, Roger.
Was it him? Roger? For pity's sake, tell her. You both know rats ate it. Rats? Scampering all over the room they were.
Come on, you've not got time to scream.
What do you want?
Can't we come in, Mr. Crandon? I have a child to keep and my husband what was injured.
We've all got families to keep. Else why should I be up at this hour? Do you know what time it is?
No, sir.
It's 4 o'clock. On a fine summer's morning. You've nigh on 2 hours to wait.
Oh.
Come on.
It happens. There's that many who'd rather come too early than risk losing wages. It's worse in winter, when little children kept freezing out here in dark. Some of them dies of cold while they wait. Well, I'm off home. Are you?
Up that hill? Nay. We'll bide here and have a sleep out.
too soon.
At least come Sunday, we're never lying.
We can't. Sunday's sending us to school. Ain't you, Uncle Gideon?
Your own good.
Hey,
Not till 9:30. You get your lying.
I'm not stopping in bed if there's rats. What are you thinking?
Whether we should have come.
What else could we do?
The wages enough here. There weren't enough for Grandpa's. You were nice and sorry.
Was that thunder?
Could be. Sky's clouding over.
Town would be sweeter for a drop of rain.
A right downpour, you mean? Swill the drains and gutters and lay the dust.
Well, we're not stuck out here in it.
I don't care. Our rods could do with a wash.
What's up, love?
I'm tired. I don't want to go to work.
Come on. I don't suppose British industry will grind to a halt just because Sally Coggan takes a day off for once. What's the rush? It's Sunday.
They've gone.
What's gone?
Floss and Simmy the baby, they've taken all the things.
Oh, no. I knew the old money.
We'd have managed somehow.
Trouble is, we're stuck now with their share at rent.
I'll miss them. Better flit, though, than go to prison.
They've done that wrong.
Sim could be put in prison till Floss paid off what they owe.
How could he work after his arm got crushed?
My God's fault. She asked Floss for sixpence. Sixpence? Just for looking after a baby while Sim went after a job. Roger's got money.
Aye. Saved up to buy Grandpa a new lamp, he says.
Aye, but what's he done to get it?
Who is this is?
At least we have a bit more room. Only 5 of us.
You going courting, Uncle Gideon?
I'll maybe see Abigail after chapel.
It is at 1:45 sharp.
Bossy madam. Oh, there's more chalk than goodness in that flour.
Best quality, Baker said.
He would, wouldn't he?
What's for dinner? Beef stew and dumplings. Grand. Chart dumplings, Uncle Gideon reckons. Huh? The baker's been up to his tricks to make flour go further. And you're not to try getting your own back. Go!
What's the matter with her?
She's all hot and feverish. Aren't you, pet? There. Now, do you want to stop here and rest yourself better?
What's up with her?
Oh, well, lass. You'll get off to your lessons.
I hope his oven's not frozen. Poor Uncle Gideon, eh? All pushed up he were to meet Abigail. Are we going in? Not now, I'm all clean. Sam's not pretending, is she? She cries a lot, never used to. Something in Bradley that makes her cry more.
Round the space. Cut by 12:30, all right?
Off we go then.
Now don't get on about it, boy.
It is called the Camel. What did I say its name was?
The Camel.
Camel is the name of this
Animal.
The camel, children, lives in hot countries such as Arabia in Asia. Tell me the name of a country in Asia.
Arabia.
Where there are hot, sandy deserts in which there are neither trees nor
grass.
Aye. Water's turned bad, eh? Stick to beer if I could afford it. Standpipes are foul all over Bradley.
Well, Sim Paulson, I'm glad to see you, Sim. What have you done with Flossop baby?
I've taken him to a warehouse. She's in family way again, Gideon. Ah. We couldn't go on without I find some paying jobs to do.
Somebody will take you on. You're clever. I bet you can read all that newspaper.
Aye, there's one left lying round. 3 days old, this is.
And you can talk. What about schoolmastering?
Paying jobs, I said. Teachers here work for now. Well, for God, then.
Please, Mr. Tillotson, can I teach little uns pounds, shillings and pence now? I've been adding up the family wages.
So I see.
Then I've done a subtraction of 1 shilling and 6pence. In case our Sally's poorly all week.
Sally works at the factory.
Isn't it right, Master?
The sums are right, Joseph.
Blots, girl, blots. Very good. Read it.
It is easier for a camel to pass through a needle's eye than for a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven.
Yeah.
I wish I'd lost my life when I lost a limb. Then Floss could have married again. A man she wouldn't have to keep.
And what did Floss say when you put that notion to her?
Not a lot. She boxed me ears and gave us a right big kiss.
Well then, I best get back to Sally. She's feverish. Why not come back and home?
Feverish, eh? I don't like the sound of that.
No, I doubt it's catching. Rest of them at lessons.
Look, Gideon, listen. There's typhus about. Folk dropping like 9 pins. Look. You should get a doctor to her, quick.
Typhus. Oh, dear God. What use is a doctor when a lass has typhus?
If a scholar be convicted of cursing or
Swearing.
quarrelling or willful
Lying.
or calling nicknames or using indecent
language,
a first offender will be
scolded.
moved. A second offence will be
Punished.
and for 3 offences a scholar will be
Expelled.
Rule 11 says, when you're dismissed, you must go straight home without loitering in the streets. And if any be seen running or jumping or playing at any game or any misbehavior, will be treated as in Rule 9. Dismiss.
I don't go near her.
She'll not notice much now, Doctor says.
How did she get so poorly?
Bad water. From standpipes. Lots of folk are down with typhus since the storms. Washed out all the drains and cesspools. Rinsed out sewers. Even trickled through graveyards into our drinking water. Now that's low again, it's thick with disease.
But what about the first sweet rain since you scraped it out?
It weren't. Topped it up. Been fetching bucketfuls from standpipe and topping it up. It's my fault. I thought I was doing right.
Hey, it's not your fault.
She could have taken a drink anyway, Joe.
We're not ill.
Will she die?
Well, I'll have to be brave.
Roger! Joe?
There's naught can save her now. But if the children could ask her a blessing in the prayers.
And we'll pray for comfort to the living. I'm deeply sorry, Mr. Harrop.
It's the will of God.
It is the greed and folly of men.
A judgment on our sins.
I'll not have a little girl's last hours made heavy with talk of sin. It's no sin to be born poor.
Sin comes from knowing right from wrong and failing to do right. Now, enough so-called God-fearing men knew it was risky to drink the water.
Aye. And enough of them knew boys and girls shouldn't work up along in factories and all. I should have spoken before. I've seen what happens to troublemakers.
We have laws to protect children. And where are the factory inspectors to enforce it? Factory owners are more concerned with profits. Even your charge hands turned a blind eye if they can get hold of some cheap labor.
Doing right costs money.
Aren't poor children worth spending money on?
Of course they are. This school wouldn't be here if people didn't care.
Their lives will get easier, healthier. It can be done.
Too late to help Sal.
And what are you going to do, young man?
Me?
Yes, you.
I'll make a nuisance of myself out of this. I used to be afraid of bosses. Not anymore. It suits them to keep us in ignorance of our rights. I'll be a nuisance all my life if needs be.
I'll stand by thee, Gideon Harrop.
Your dad do this today?
Fighting drunk as usual. Oh, well, men, don't worry. Her lips are parched.
There's so much pain and toil in living. At least Sal hasn't had to suffer many years. At least she'll be out of it, eh? She'll be free.
We must bear our suffering. Don't give in.
Here, Sal. Drink this. It's pure. It's good for you, Sal.
Wherever did he get these nice oranges?
Not asking.
Stole them, didn't he?
I reckon he steals all the time.
It's got to stop.
Who can we tell?
Nobody. Uncle Gideon will be worse upset than he is already.
If he's found out, we'll go to prison. Oh, yeah, maybe.
For robbing a shop too.
Being caught. Trying to.
Right on dinner time. Bring the machine down when it stops.
No, I won't, sir. I'll take the half hour for my meal, as is lawful.
What?
All right, so half an hour for his dinners. All on us.
You'll do as you're told. I'll not have disobedience.
Why so, sir? We must obey the laws of the land, mustn't we?
Who do you think you are, eh?
A citizen, sir. We have citizens' rights. And another thing. Children under 13 won't be back this afternoon.
Won't be back?
No. They're to receive the 3 hours schooling, as is lawful. And that one there, him there, he won't be working here for another year at least. He's too young, and you know it.
And what about his family, eh? Depending on his wages.
Why? If there was less children employed, they'd have more jobs to offer their parents, wouldn't you? Much better all around, I'd say.
Right, go for your dinners. Go on! You have only 20 minutes now. Go on! Entertainment's over. won't be at the end of this. Wait till I tell Master. As if he hadn't enough troubles. Half his workforce off sick.
Oh, well now. If he's worried, happens something will get done about water supplies.
What's going to you? What do you want to cause trouble for? We've all got to live.
There's a little girl dying. Because those as could have helped her failed to do right in time. That's why.
Right, go and get your things. Straight after. Clean this machine down, eh?
Don't go inside for a minute.
Is she gone?
Won't be no miracles, will there?
Not these days, love.
How long can we keep her with us?
She'll have to bide here till Gideon has money for a burial. He'll not want to rest her in a pauper's grave.
I've got some money.
Anyway, her little soul's in heaven now, among the angels.
You've got to stop thieving, Roger. Thieves don't go to heaven.
One robber did. That one that was sorry. First in paradise he were.
Are you sorry? For stealing things? Like them oranges off Mr. Buttle?
I never did. I'd never steal a full bottle. He gave me them oranges. Honest. He gave me them. For sale.
I can't find words.
You'll have to know.
I'm grieving worse. He may be dead himself. We've heard now to their father since they were transported.
How will you tell our grandpa?
To his face. It'd be a cruel, hard letter to send. They want arrested nearby.
Am I to come with thee?
It's a long walk then and back, lass.
I'll come.
Thought they'd be weary of it now.
At least they've stopped crying.
I won't feel so bad about living in town now if they can get a bit of proper schooling.
What'll you do if they're only bringing in half wages?
Likely you could find work at a factory.
And live where?
For me. And children. I never wanted and wished on me, that knows. I was free. Just getting by on my own. And this lot. Could never turn me back on them.
Well, thank you kindly for your offer.
Don't thank me, lass. We need your earnings.
You'll be welcome. I might keep your clothes mended, no, if you're a good man and treat us respectful.
You'd have to do right. Wedders.
Well, all of you.
What it amounts to.
Right then. I'll marry thee.
work in town. All of us.
I kind of don't want to go to work.
I don't suppose British industry will grind to a halt just because Sally Coghlan takes a day off for once.
She cries a lot. Never used to. It's living in Bradley that makes her cry more.
There's a little girl dying. Because those us could have helped her failed to do right in time.
Their lives will get easier, healthier. It can be done.